Hello, I'm a duck. Time for some festive art and a reveal. You should know by now that this is my favorite time of year, and that means that there will be much more art happening. Since that's the case, I think it's finally time I show you what I've been working on. I prepared this schedule to be flexible, so I'm not actually sure when this is going out. But I know there's plenty of content flowing during this month, so I hope you're all enjoying that at least. Time to get into what we've got going on here. These two are about to play their part in a cute little story, and I am eager to tell it. Yep, it's a 3-for-1. A story and OC reveal, but not just one. I have two. Technically, I have much more than that, but one story at a time, okay? Welcome to Christmas in White and Blue. This is a story set in a town called Evergreen. Evergreen is a place that 100% celebrates the holiday season, and the people there are a very close-knit community. We'll talk more about that later. For now, we'll move on and talk about our first OC of the channel, June. In our story, June visited Evergreen 2 years ago on a whim and fell in love with it. There was an opening in her field of work for the following year, and she jumped at the opportunity. She's built a life in Evergreen, making new friends and colleagues along the way. She may still be a bit new to things in town, but her adventurous personality always seems to lead her into fun experiences. That's our first OC here. Quick side note about Evergreen. I had the name picked out for 6 months before realizing so many other places used it. Drove me crazy when I found out. Dig a little deeper before putting yourself in the same situation. A 15-minute Google search of real towns named Evergreen with no context relating to your topic clearly isn't enough. I put more effort into how lakes are deemed safe for ice skating than searching that name. Alright, time for our second OC, Brian. Brian grew up here in Evergreen. His family has been here for a few generations. Ever since he was little, he's loved the annual holiday party that's held at the ski lodge. It never fails to brighten the holidays for him. It's been almost 7 years since he's permanently resided in Evergreen, but that doesn't mean he's missed a single holiday lodge party. He's back now, ready to take new steps in his career and hometown. Those are our OCs. By now, I'm sure you're realizing that these two will eventually cross paths, but that's for later. If you're more interested in the story, there will be plenty to enjoy later. For now, I want to talk to you about the art that you've been seeing me work on in the background. It's one of my favorite pieces of art so far, which is why I had to make this video in the first place. In my first video posted on this channel, I talked about imposter syndrome, ignoring that feeling of doubt. Physically telling yourself to push it aside is a constant step in my art process. I don't think I worded it well enough back then, but it's not easy and never will be. There are moments where I feel like I'm nowhere near ready to do any of the things that I want. I talk myself out of it and end up losing an opportunity to learn and grow. There are other times where I'm invigorated and feel like everything I've ever wanted is just a step away. It's time to make a choice. Just one. If that voice in the back of your head is speaking right now, ignore it. Every reason it tries to give you for not trying, every logical loophole, not being good enough, not being smart enough, not having enough experience. Take a moment with me and ignore it. I'm gonna do something I've always wanted. And I don't care what your skill level is. This is a chance for you to do something too. The first time I made this statement of myself was a real step in a new direction. I think it's time again. So live in these words with me. All it has to do is surprise me. This is my first Draw This in Your Style challenge. Hope I see you there.